DC's New Age of Heroes look to have put out all, sorry for the motion sickness, all of their series by now. All 8 of the series they intended to make. No one much talks about it, which is of course because everyone fears the new things, fears new things. Everybody's only latched on to DC and Marvel characters at this point, and pretty much just the stereotypical ones everyone's heard of. Nobody will give anything new a chance. They just want to have the same superhero fodder stories over and over again. Very unexciting. Very, very, very unexciting. I mean, these are still just superhero characters, but at least they're new. And my only complaint for these, and I do have to give it out, is that they've replaced all of those big name artists that was the big selling point. You know, they were listing it as the artist then the writer, as opposed to how they usually were listing it as writer then the artist on the cover of the album, or of the not albums, but the magazines, comics, whatever the fuck. So it's a pretty good size problem at that point, being that I was a big fan of Damage. For Tony Daniel is an awesome artist, but then they put this, I don't know, Genevis Neves or something. I'm not a big fan of his art. He used to do some art, some fill-in art on Gambit's series, and it was after Clayman, and I was really let down the day of this guy come in. He wasn't as good. I actually stopped scooping the comics for that reason. I end up doing that kind of thing a lot with when they do that. And then Jim Lee didn't even last 2 issues on his series. Andy Kubert didn't last 2 issues from what I'm hearing, at least. I mean, really hope so, because I'm a big Andy Kubert fan. Ryan Sook, I don't know what's going on with that. I guess Philip Tan is the only one who's still doing the Curse of Brimstone, but I'm not a big fan of Jordan's writing, so I'm not a big fan of that. Nothing personal against him. He's probably fine. I just didn't like his Shadow Man run very well, and I'm a huge Valiant buff, so that was a problem. Who else can we discuss? Silencer. I don't believe John Romita Jr. is working on that any longer. I don't believe Kenneth Rocafort is working on Sideways any longer. So, and I don't know if I'm forgetting something, but if I am, I apologize if somebody's a big fan of it. Oh, Terrifics. I mean, the Terrifics, which was freaking Ivan Reis, and I'm a huge fan of. Well, they had Dale Eaglesham, I believe, is who took over, and he's a really good artist. So that one I'm not too upset about. I think they had somebody else fill in on that one on an issue, too, and it was another pretty damn good artist. So I'm actually really liking that. I like Jeff Lemire's writing a lot. So that's probably the best one to me right now. Really enjoying that one. And I was enjoying Damage. I was not enjoying it for the story per se. And now that they have the artist taken off it, I can't really say that I'm really loving it. I have liked the one that was, I believe it's Venditti, and it's Andy Kubert. The New Challengers has been pretty good. And the Jim Lee one by Tinian the Third. I don't know why I have to say it like that, like I'm on some formal basis and I have to accentuate his name the Third and so on. I think that's cheesy, but it seems to be pretty good. And I didn't really like the the Expendables, the Unexpected by Orlando. I didn't love it. I don't know what's going on with that one, but we can wish them luck, man, people. So I was just giving a quick rundown on these things because no one speaks on it, and my first problem is definitely the art problem, and that was their main selling point. Come on, guys. Now, I'm a huge fan, like I said, a huge proponent of new characters, so I will continue to read the few that I like. I don't know if I'll do any reviews or anything. It depends. Depends on if anybody's at all interested. I suppose leave a comment and let me know if you are, and so on and so forth. If not, I don't really give a shit. I won't continue doing that. It's a waste of time at that point. Rest in peace to Dimebag Daryl, or excuse me, not Vinnie Paul. Rest in peace to him. Passed on last night. So we seem to be having an active week for people passing on. I know the world seems to have people pass on all the time, but it's a very, very unfortunate thing. So go listen to some Pantera. Listen to some Damage Plan. Listen to some Hell Yeah. Listen to some Rebel Meets Rebel. Have a great day, people. Enjoy yourselves, and go check out some the New Age of Heroes from DC Comics. It won't have the artist you like anymore, but it'll have some good characters.